Hey, welcome back to the show. This is your show for Disney tips, tricks, and how to live your best Disney life. I'm Amanda.
I'm just happy to be in front of the camera again.
I know, we haven't done this in a while. It's been a while. I'm excited.
It's been a long time.
So tonight we are doing couples battle, staying off property versus staying on property at Disney World. And I've come up with 5 reasons to stay off property at like an Airbnb. And what have you done?
Come up with
Chris?
some reasons that people, for some reason, stay on property.
All right, and we're gonna face off tonight and give our reasons. And we'd love to hear from you guys. Comment down below, what are some reasons you prefer to stay on or off property?
Every single person that watches this video is gonna be like, I like to stay on property. We would never stay off property. I get it.
Yeah.
I don't like staying on property.
So this is gonna be like unpopular Disney opinions.
Hey, I don't
But
care.
we prefer to stay off property. I'm gonna give reasons why I enjoy staying off property. And Chris?
And I have come up with reasons that there might be some people who like to stay on property. It is not me.
Actually, we did this on purpose because I actually still kind of enjoy staying on property.
And I really like staying off property.
And so he wants to try to convince me, or convince himself, maybe?
It's not possible. It's so much better to stay. It depends on the type of traveler you are. For me,
True.
It makes sense to stay off property because I don't mind the hassle of getting on property or into parks. But
Yeah.
those are some of the reasons to stay on property. So why don't you start with your first reason that you like
Staying off property.
staying off property?
So when we stay off property, we usually stay in an Airbnb full house, huge house. And it always has an enormous kitchen with everything you need.
Mm-hmm.
Full fridge, full stove, microwave, blender. Like it has everything you need. Cooking ware, utensils, cups, dishes, everything you need to cook a meal. And we love that because it saves us a lot of money not to eat out so much. We cook in the house, we cook our breakfast. So I really like staying off property for the full kitchen. All right, what about you? What's
All
your
right,
number
so
5?
there are a number of reasons that I actually really do like staying on property. Number one is I love the shops, the gift shops.
Yes.
I like being able to just walk and be immersed in Disney, you know, looking at all the toys or the clothes or the gift shop items, postcards, little soaps maybe.
Yeah. Also the Disney, just the soap alone.
But yeah, having access to directly get to the H2O stuff is really nice.
Yes, it's in your room and they refill it. It was big. Now they have the big bottles of it in the showers, which is...
However, with that said, this past trip when we stayed at Art of Animation, getting in and out of the gift shop and even in and out of the restaurant was a nightmare. And they didn't open early enough for me to get coffee early, so that drove me nuts because I had hot brown water, or I could wait until like 7:30 when they opened to get coffee.
And also walk like a mile.
And yeah, we were all the way at the back, so it was a mile walk to get coffee, which I would have liked, but I would have liked to do that walk with my coffee, so
Right.
it's like, I don't know.
It's like a conundrum.
Is that a reason to stay on property? Sure. The shops.
The shops.
I like quick and easy access to the shops.
And
Like
just
I can't
being
wake up.
immersed in Disney.
I can't wake up at an Airbnb and go into a gift shop and be like, cool, Disney stuff.
True, very true. All right, my number 4 reason for staying off property is, especially if you get an Airbnb, is you can park right next to your house, right outside your door. If you stay on Disney property, there's like nowhere to park that's not going to be right outside your door, unless you stay at the cabins.
It's accurate.
Which is very expensive. But if you stay off property at an Airbnb, you can park right outside. Sometimes there's even a garage. You can park it in the garage. Or you can bring all your groceries in right to your door. I mean, you don't want to walk. If you're leaving the park, you can just walk right to your door. You don't have to walk that long walk through the resort to get to your door, which is, after a long day, it's so tiring. That's the last thing you want to do. Especially if you have little kids, they're sleeping. Your door is right there, and your car is right there. So, that's another reason.
That is nice. Now, if you pay the premium, you can get the better room closer to the front.
That's true.
Like, the first time that we stayed, we were all the way in the back of one of the resorts.
Oh, All Stars.
Yeah, our very first trip was All Stars, and then the second time we went, we stayed at the
Premium.
The premium, and then we started staying at the cabins at Fort Wilderness, and all bets were off. We rented the golf cart, drove and parked right at our cabin. Life was good. That was the most expensive couple of trips we took in a single year.
Yes, so that's the thing. You got to pay the price to, get
I think
luxury.
renting a golf cart was like $500 for the week.
Oh, yes, but it was worth it.
But it was 100% worth it. I would do it every single time.
Especially with the crazy busing system within the resort. You'd have to take a million buses to get back to your room. Oh, it was just a lot of
walking. It would take
walking.
forever, so it was worth it. So my reason actually piggybacks on that.
Oh, perfect.
Which is the walkability and the transportation for staying on property. So you've got buses, although right now is not the time to deal with any of the buses.
Right.
When we were there on property, the morning buses to like Magic Kingdom or Hollywood Studios, the line was insane. And it looked like there would be 5 to 6 buses before the last person in line would get on that bus. I mean, you're talking like an hour wait just to get on a bus. That's longer than most of the ride wait times. So right now is not the time, but typically that would be great.
Yeah.
And then you've just got a short walk to your room. Like ours was, even at the back of Art of Animation, it was only a 10-minute walk. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah. But after a long day, you're not going to want to walk that.
Yeah, I would. I don't mind walking after a long day.
Also,
Because I'm the one who wants to stay on property here.
also now with the new gondola systems, you can even stay and take the gondolas instead of the buses, which is a lot nicer too.
Not if you're staying off property at your slummy Airbnb.
No, I'm
while
saying-
I'm staying on property at the nice Disney resorts.
I'm giving you a reason. I'm switching sides for a
You
minute.
can't switch sides.
Okay, sorry. All right, let's go to the next one. Number 3 for me. This is one that Disney will never beat. There's no way. If you stay off property at an Airbnb, we always get a private pool just for us. Last, we just stayed at an Airbnb. We had a full-size, beautiful pool and a hot tub, and we had our own patio in the back. And there's nothing better than coming back from the park and going in your private pool when no one's gonna bug you. You can bring drinks out, you can enjoy the nice pool that's all for you. Disney doesn't have that, do they?
That's true. But you know what they do have?
What?
Incredible theming.
That's true.
At our last Airbnb, we had a Mickey Mouse themed room that had a sad Mickey sticker that was hanging off the wall, not even all the way on it. And that
Yeah.
was the best theming that we could possibly have gotten at an Airbnb. But when you stay on property and it's so weird how the value resorts have amazing theming. Like there is no place that I like better than either Art of Animation or All-Star Movies. Those are my 2 favorite places.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful just to go out and walk around and see all that stuff. So that is a reason to stay on property. And your sad little Mickey Mouse sticker on the wall that's hanging off isn't quite gonna cut it when that's what I want.
That's true. That's true. But do every kid get their own bedroom? Because there is an insane amount of space when you get an Airbnb. Every kid has their own room. We have our own master room with our own master bathroom, a huge jetted tub. We have a full-size kitchen, a full-size living room, a dining room, a garage with a pool table, and maybe even some air hockey
We
action
did have
going
air
on.
hockey. I beat everybody at air hockey.
I mean, you
Paul
can't-
and Jeremy.
Can't beat the space there. Yeah. Paul, you're crazy at that.
Yeah, he's insane.
He didn't even take any mercy with the kids.
The kids' knuckles were bleeding when he stopped playing air hockey with them.
And one of the great things about getting an Airbnb when we go down is we can entertain friends too, because we have so much space for it.
Is that your reason?
That's my reason. Number 2 is more space
Okay.
than for the money than anything you're gonna pay on property.
Okay, I'm into it.
Yeah?
I'm into it. I mean, you're selling me here. I'm thinking about leaving my side and joining your side.
Join forces. All right, what do you got for the
Okay,
next
so not necessarily right now, but typically when you stay on property, you get extra magic hours. Which, when we were staying on property all those years ago, I loved getting there super early for like an early Magic Kingdom day at 8 o'clock
Yes.
versus 9 o'clock or 7, whatever time it opened up. That was great.
That
We'd
was great.
Hop on the People Mover, grab Space Mountain, maybe possibly jump over to Seven Dwarfs. Probably not back
No.
then, but
we could never get there.
no. But that makes it totally worth it, although
Yes.
they don't have that now, so I guess it's another strike against staying on property right now anyway.
Yeah. Hopefully that comes back soon.
Yeah, I heard Fast Passes might come back.
Yeah. Also, another thing is the fast passes, like being able to book out.
The Fast Passes and the dining is really great too. Like,
Yep.
those are all great reasons to...
But there are no fast passes right now,
But-
and there is no early magic hours or late at magic hours. So, what's the point of staying on?
Yeah,
property?
there's no real point in staying on property right now. Anyway, what is your number 1 reason?
My number 1 reason is obviously money. It's insanely cheaper than anywhere in property. I mean, we got a 5-bedroom house, 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom house,
4 or 5, whatever
With-
it was.
2.5 bathrooms, private pool for less money.
Wait, you already used private pool. You can't use that one again.
But I'm saying what it included for the money
But you already used it.
for way less than even a value resort, even like Pop Century right now.
Even less than like one
At
night.
Magic Kingdom
Yeah.
per night. No, like probably like maybe similar pricing.
Yeah.
To Pop Century right now, maybe even less. Like $150 a night for a 5-bedroom house. I mean, you can't beat that. There's nowhere on Disney property that can beat that.
It's true.
And it's just more valuable to us, I think, to have that that room to breathe when you get back from the parks. You don't want to be all on top of each other like in a studio.
Definitely right. And if you want to pay for it on property, but you pay for it. If you get, when you go to the 1 or 2 bedroom level, it is spendy.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
And yeah, you get a full kitchen there, but you're like tripling your pricing.
Yeah. I mean, you can do even the family suites at Art of Animation. It's spendy.
Oh my goodness.
I would never choose that over an Airbnb.
No.
Ever.
No.
It's not worth it.
Do you have one more reason?
I have one more reason, and my reason is the ease of access to absolutely everything. Every time we stayed in Airbnb, it is slightly annoying to try to figure out how to get on property.
Right.
Because I avoid, like the plague, the TTC. I know people love it. I don't like being herded like cattle into a boat to be taken to slaughter, where staying on property is so much easier.
Yeah. But like I said, if you stay off property, you could Uber. I mean, it's...
Ubers drop you off right at the front of...
Except for Magic Kingdom.
But at the front of every other park, which is fantastic.
Or any resort, if you want to go eat a dining reservation somewhere, the Uber will bring you right there. And it's not that much. If you stay right outside Disney property, it's really like, what, $15 to Uber? Not even.
Yeah, it's not much.
$20. And you're going to pay that for parking anyway, or $25 for parking, so...
And a lot of the people that were staying on property recently said that they Ubered to get from their resort to the park.
Yes, we did end up doing that too.
And we did that too because the lines for the buses are so long.
And the gondolas at the end of the night at Epcot were crazy.
And the gondolas had a 45-minute wait when we were leaving at the end of the night.
So we Ubered and got there quick, and it was like $8.
So I guess I did the same thing whether I stayed on or off property.
Yeah.
I didn't sell myself. I'm staying off property anyway.
So, I mean, there are good reasons to stay on property, and it's Disney. Of course, we would love someday. I still want to stay at the Polynesian Resort one day, even if it's in a studio. I don't care. I still want to stay there one day. All right, but this has been fun. I mean, we just stayed off property, and we had a great trip. We had a great vacation. Let us know in the comments below what you prefer. I know that most people are going to say on property.
Everybody that comments is going to say on property. There's not one comment that's going to be like, you're right, we should stay off property. I promise.
There are really great options to stay off property. Just make sure when you're booking your Disney trip, you consider them, because we've gone a lot of times, and we definitely prefer staying off property. So way to go, especially with a big family. I mean, we only got 4, but if you guys have a big family, it must be hard. Like, how do people with like 6 kids stay on property?
I don't know, man, but I'm about to dump a bunch of money into Disney stock, so everybody watching should stay on property.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe our video, and don't forget to sprinkle the magic. Bye, guys.